America's most popular vehicles, and none has been more popular than the Ford F-Series. For 1987, Ford's F-Series pickups and Bronco utilities will strengthen their leadership position in this booming market. Ford has taken the features for which its trucks are best known: reliability, durability, and serviceability, and improved upon them. To design a better light truck, Ford product planners started with research, talking with hundreds of drivers to find how the company could make its trucks more responsive to their everyday and extraordinary needs, and talking with employees whose job it is to build the F-Series. Ford engineers took the research, made it into reality, and put it on the test track to prove that this new truck was up to the standards that have made the F-Series the best-selling truck in the world. Now let's take a look at the 1987 F-Series and Bronco in action. The successful evolution of the 1987 F-Series really began a year ago at assembly plants like this one in Kansas City, one of 5 plants building the Ford F-Series and Bronco. Armed with a list of design improvements, a team of Ford engineers asked the workers for their input. Issues like quality assurance, improving the efficiency of assembly, and the necessary state-of-the-art equipment to facilitate a better truck were discussed on a one-to-one basis. The response was tremendous.
We are hands-on type people in the plant. You can give us a lot of information with papers and videos, but we actually put our hands on it. We don't understand the sequence of assembly and how the parts go together and the anticipated problems. And our employees have been discussing numerous occurrences in the line where we could have a problem. With this type presentation, when we set up our facilities, which we're currently doing, we'll avoid a lot of those assembly problems, plus we'll build a better product.
Some of the 1987 F-Series and Bronco major improvements are readily apparent. The new aerodynamic appearance, highlighted by the aero-design headlamps, with impact-resistant lenses and with bulbs that require little work and no tools to replace. The new rear anti-lock brake system is one of this year's major changes, allowing the driver to stop under a wide range of braking conditions, while helping the driver to maintain control of the vehicle. The new brake system is controlled by a computer that automatically adjusts brake pressure during quick stops to prevent rear wheel lockup. After test driving an F-150, we asked Ford Executive Director for Light Truck Product Development about his reaction to this industry first for trucks.
It's a very, very good reaction. You feel very secure in the vehicle. The rear brakes sort of take care of themselves. The driver doesn't have to worry about modulating the rear brakes. He can concentrate on steering and doing whatever he was doing that would cause him to put the brakes on in the first place. It's really a very dynamically stable situation.
Improvements also were made to the interior. A new instrument panel features easy-to-read gauges, a convenience shelf, and side demisters. A fold-down armrest has been added to the bench seat. The number of pieces used to construct the interior has been reduced to improve fit and finish.
It facilitates production, it makes it easier to build, and it gives the panel a much more rigid construction, and it benefits everyone all the way around on this thing, both the manufacturer, the people that work on the line, and then the customer in the end, because he gets a higher quality product.
Once the homework was done, Ford engineers took the F-Series trucks and Bronco out to the track. In Arizona, the durability of the vehicle was tested on roads filled with potholes, ribbed cement, and cobblestones. Here, the suspension, frame and body, shocks and springs were put to the test. Ford improved upon the exclusive Ford twin I-beam independent front suspension. The caster was increased, improving down-the-road stability. Increasing the caster and reducing the camber results in longer tire wear. Ford trucks are designed to be tough enough to handle the wide variety of jobs they are called on to perform. And this year's F-Series has increased corrosion protection. To show the 87 F-Series can handle almost any situation, Ford asked leading off-road racer Dave Schaaf to evaluate the truck.
Well, the control is much better, to be honest with you, than what I expected from an absolutely stock pickup with a 6-cylinder engine in it. Usually the power is very essential in going through a turn like that in a slide, and the vehicle was truly amazed me. It performed very well.
The pickup trucks are the workhorses of many American businesses. Ford engineers dropped a 350-pound oil drum on the truck bed to test what the pickup can take. That's important to the small businessman who depends on the F-Series durability. For farmers and others who must use the tailgate for loading, Ford has reinforced the gate and redesigned the latch so it reduces operating efforts. Also taken into account were those drivers who depend on the F-Series to tow their recreational vehicles. With a trailer attached, the F-Series is again tested for its reliability. Once proven on the test track, the new trucks were taken on the road. Last spring, a dozen vehicles, including those of the competitors, were assessed on ride, handling, and performance characteristics. Ford executives involved in the development of the 1987 F-Series and Bronco got a chance to see for themselves how these vehicles compare with the competition. For these executives, the challenge on this type of assessment trip is to place their personal pride in the product behind them and look at the 1987 F-Series objectively, as the customer will.
We think the three biggest areas of improvement relative to our 86 model is in the area of engine performance, especially on the 4.9-liter EFI engine, which should be significantly better for 87. The other area is in ride and in steering and in handling. Those three areas we feel are very, very significantly improved, and the customer should notice those things immediately.
Driving through the Smoky Mountain area of Tennessee, the four-wheel drive vehicle showed how they could meet the demands of off-road driving. The F-Series new gas-filled shock absorbers are designed with this kind of rough terrain in mind.
The big advantage of a gas-filled shock is you have better control, and you have a more consistent control because they don't fade. Hydraulic shocks, they fade slightly, and a gas-filled shock does not do that. So we have a more consistent control of the vehicle.
The improvement versus last year's Bronco and the stability over the bumps, the ride over rough terrain was just a dramatic improvement and a dramatic advantage versus our competition too. So we're very excited about that. It should be a nice vehicle for the customers.
It was Ford's goal to produce the best full-size conventional pickup trucks and utilities in the world. Functional drivability and quality improvements were placed ahead of visual change. Ford put its efforts and money into the areas of the truck that are most important to the customer.